Melon. Meloncollieflaurです。Hello everyone. I am meloncollieflaur. And I know what you're thinking, and I do apologize. But today is not Watermelon Wednesday, but Watermelon Friday. I do apologize for not streaming this on Wednesday this week. Some things had come up, and I apologize for not informing you. But I think the reason why I didn't inform you is because I knew that I would end up doing it either yesterday or today. Friday Melon. Come Melon Dibs. Hello, welcome, nice to see you. So I will do it today. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of funny too because today is apparently called Good Friday. So I hope you are indeed having a Good Friday. And I hope you continue to have a Good Friday as well. Ohayou gozaimasu. Konnichiwa. Konbanwa. Watashi wa meloncollieflaur desu. 今日の配信はスイカゲームだよ。今日は水曜日じゃないでも金曜日です。ごめんなさい、メロン。Okay, so let's get started. Okay. But other than the day change for the week, I think the week has been okay for me. Hope your week has been going well as well. Been a little busy. So that's another reason why. Indeed, I'm glad. It's really funny though, because it feels like I'm a little boring or I'm a little quiet socially, which is weird in a way, all things considered. But I'm trying to get better about that because nothing eventful really happens per se. Boring? I mean, kind of, yeah. You know? It's like I don't talk about much because not many things happen around me anyway. Never ever think you are boring. Okay, I won't. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated. Pineapple. Pineapple da. Not a bad spot, I guess. MLP? Sure. What about it though? Interesting topic. Ah. Tumble. Oh, the cherry at the bottom there. Alright, so we got that one. I guess I can talk about, until you say something about MLP, I guess I can talk about, like, recent streams and stuff. I was happy. Hello, Tizio's Food. Melon. Welcome, nice to see you. Well, I recently watched a guy on YouTube sculpt an Octavia. Really? People still do that? I didn't know. It was beautiful, but it took him a while. How many months? How many years? I'm surprised. Hope you are doing well. Well. 2 years. That's dedication. I respect it. Wholeheartedly. Fruitfully, even, I guess. So I was really happy to revisit Fuga Melodies of Steel 2 because when I played it in the beginning, I was a little skeptical on whether or not I was actually going to like it. And I didn't want to not like it because I really liked number 1. As the story unfolds, it does get better and it feels better. It's definitely a journey and I really enjoy it. So I'm excited to go back to that when I do. And I still don't know much about Fuga 3 or when it's supposed to release, but I know that it's in development. And once I know that it will release, I will definitely get it. Because I don't regret actually going into the series. Would you want to play Stardew Valley with a certain bat? I've never played Stardew Valley before, actually. So I'm unsure how it will go. Another pineapple. Seems more your vibe. Probably so. I don't doubt it. I'm not against trying new things, or anything like that. I can vouch it's pretty fun. What's Stardew Valley about? Is it like Harvest Moon or like Fantasy Life or it's multiplayer? Okay. Like I said, I wouldn't mind, I don't think I would mind trying. Stardew Valley is that farm game where you can essentially get a wife and cheat on her with basically every woman in the game. You inherit your grandpa's old farm after he passes and decided to leave your city life in pursuit of greener pastures, so to speak. Dibs, that literally sounds like Harvest Moon. 1468. I've never cheated on my husband, so I wouldn't know. I hope not. That's not a very nice thing to do. I'll see if she could show you. Okay. 失礼します、メロン。It's starting to finally warm up around my place. I don't feel as cold as I used to these days, which makes me really happy. Never played Stardew Valley. I legitimately, my computer would melt if I tried to play it. Some games from the 90s slows my computer down a bit. That's understandable. For some reason, newer tech does not handle older tech very well. Like how it's hard to play DOS games or CD-ROM type games on newer computers these days on like Windows 10 or Windows 11. Also, yes, Melon, that's called spring. It is called spring, but it's still been cold for the past few weeks or so, despite it being spring, and that was making me a little agitated. Because if it's spring, it's supposed to get warmer, and I see pollen and everything, and yet it's still around, like either 5 to 14, well, 5 to 9 Celsius at night, and it makes me sad. Though the day ends up being around 18 to 20 or so. The sprunk. Cirque du freak. Though I hear in some places that even during the spring it ends up snowing, and that's weird to me. As in, Mother Nature's rather scary. I guess I should know though, huh? Yeah, here in the southeast there's a bit of a cold front coming in. Back when everything was snowy at the beginning of the year, I found out my state was the only one not to get snow. My little sister was disappointed. Ah, I see. That does remind That does remind me of a long time ago, because snow, how do I explain this? It's gonna sound weird. Snow just felt like a rarity in general, even during the winter. So it didn't happen like snowstorms didn't happen very often. So it was very nice to see it when it happened. And luckily we didn't have to deal with like huge hardships when it snowed. So it was pretty interesting at the time. You have two moods when it comes to snow. It's like, yay, snow, or oh, snow. Snow away. Snow is a rarity. It was weird because it would usually show up in January and February, and if it did snow, it would either be a flurry or it would snow then freeze, and so our snow would be like walking on ice. Yeah, it's basically frost for a little bit. Last snow, it was pretty snowy, yeah. You get those scary cold fronts that end up causing problems throughout the area. Years ago, yeah. Because you know it's bad when it's like the snow is talked about on the news, but it's due to like a devastation or something. Or that it may cause a devastation because of how strong it is. Sadly. I'm kind of afraid to ask this question because cat in a box, because my owner gets a little angry about this question, which kind of scares me a little bit, but I kind of want to ask it, but I know that if I ask it, I'm probably not going to get the answer that I actually want. But I will ask it anyway. I will ask it the normal way, just to see what everyone says. Here we go. They're too far away, dudes. That's impossible. Okay, so. Actually, how should I phrase this now that I think about it? If I want to phrase this the right way to get the answer that I'm looking for. Love finds a way. That's how I exist. Okay, so. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the heat or do you prefer the cold? Would you rather be hot or would you rather be cold? Now, I phrase this and say this slowly. No. 先輩、私は先輩が大好きだよ。No way. That would be a terrible clip. Anyway. But yeah. This is a question that irks my owner's nerves so much because they never get a direct answer. They always get an answer based on how to confront the temperature, but they never get the answer of would you rather be? Because the answer always goes into I would rather be such and such because I can remedy the temperature. Not as opposed to I'm okay with being this. Does that make any sense to anyone? Because that would be the equivalent of saying I would rather be dry than wet because I don't like the feeling of being wet. Or rather because it's the skin feels better or something. I don't know. I like a moderate temperature, but I prefer being a bit cooler over warm because being warm makes me feel sick, sweaty, and overall unable to breathe in some circumstances. Okay, that's something I understand. That's something I can understand. That is an answer that I can actually understand and get behind. Some people do get sick if they're too warm. So I get that. That was a little bit easier than I thought. Huh. I don't know why my owner gets so angry then. Maybe they're not phrasing the question right or something. I don't know. Temperature depends. Cool feels like a safer bet because when air is warm, I need some circulation. Stagnant warm air makes me angry. Not angry, but upset. Can't stand. So humidity, right? Humidity versus aridity. Moist versus dry. Stagnant air. Right. Humidifier, dehumidifier. 1724. Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's understandable. Because you can be really hot, but it not feel as hot because it's not as humid. And vice versa for being cool. Today at work, I was feeling a bit woozy because the girls I work with never like to have the AC on. Oh. Well, that also depends because isn't the AC usually around, what is it, like 75 Fahrenheit or so? Or 72 Fahrenheit or so? Because I think a lot of people like to crank it down to closer to 60s, which is kind of dangerous due to I guess the temperature bill or something like that. Circulation, I think, is important. Oscillation, I think, is important. Keeping a room with, like, not so stagnant air is very important, yes. But if the air is continuously cool to where it gets too cold, if it's not, like, temperate to where it stays, like, where the room feels like it's constantly, like, cooling, but not, like, getting too cold, then I feel like that's okay. It's kind of like when you walk outside, when the wind blows, it doesn't stay cold. It doesn't stay warm, you know? Well, a bunch of women in one building in somewhat close quarters is hella rough. Not only hormonal, but also each of us radiates heat. Heating bill because heat exchange is pretty power hungry. Again, warm air isn't bad as long as there's healthy circulation of the air. I see. Okay. I can understand that too. Wakatta Melon. Also, dibs. Doesn't everyone radiate like a high amount of heat? I didn't know it was gender specific. Interesting. I agree. A warm day with a decent breeze is amazing. Yeah. I guess that you can kind of tell when it's warm and the wind blows versus when it's cool, because obviously you're not gonna get a cool, like a warm wind from when it's cold. Women tend to be a bit warmer. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like a person to person thing. Interesting. Ah. Okay, so but yeah, due to it being a little cool outside, I tend to stay away from certain areas because I get cold too easily. Women tend to be warmer, so they usually have heat higher than usual. That's why the joke for men is that showering with their wives is like showering in the pits of hell. They crank it to max. Oh, I never heard that before. Maybe it is a hormonal thing though. Huh. Interesting. I've heard of people becoming space heaters because of how warm they radiate, sure. But I didn't know if that was a gender-specific thing or not. Because I know a few of, different genders, varying genders, male or female. And I knew one who was male who radiated like a space heater, I think. At least that's how he said it. Meanwhile, their wife was ice cold most of the time. So that's why I didn't know. Women tend to be a smidge warmer than men. Today I learned. This is hitting the head on the money. Oh. Hitting the head on the money. Hitting the money on the head? Hitting the nail on the head? Nails on a chalkboard? Perhaps? I don't know. Word association. Expression association. What other interesting phenomenon is there out there in terms of grapes? Grapes. Yeah. Oh, that's a weird phenomenon right there. So, I never thought about this until now. There aren't any, well, you are right that people are different in terms of temperature. It's simply calculated averages from a select group of people. Oh, okay. So the thing with dibs reminds me of grape hop. That was cool. Metal. Really nice, really nice. I've noticed some intentional misspellings, right? People will misspell words on purpose, right? So it wasn't until I want to say maybe a few years ago where people started saying dog as doggo and pupper, pup as pupper, puppy as pupper, or like just in general with words, where like when Dib said gerps instead of grapes, right? Love doing that. Yeah, my owner used to refer to it as cat speech, because at the time there was a meme going around called "Can I Has Cheeseburger," right? And with the way that my owner was, it infuriated them because it's like, why are people intentionally spelling things wrong? Oh, melon hot. And so it was confusing. I can has cheeseburger, yeah. Because it was mostly like cat meme stuff, and it's like, oh, I guess we started to understand that animals spoke differently. So it would be like in a weird way, much like Doge, I guess. Much wow and stuff like that. Melon is out of fashion. Do you need me to get you your cane? Now you listen here, Tessio Spook. I'm not that old. I'm rather ripe. You misunderstand. Just because I reminisce of older times doesn't make me ancient. What's that say about you, Out of fashion. I don't wear clothes, Tissio Spook. And I do play console games. Well, mostly Nintendo console games. Maybe I am out of touch. I don't know. I'm no shooter. I feel old sometimes. Do you? What makes you feel old sometimes? The price of tea? The price of a candy bar in a store? I'm so happy you're streaming today. I actually get to watch and interact. Yeah, I was happy to be able to stream at this time today. Or to stream at all today. I have to pick and choose carefully because of owner. I miss the old memes. I have an old archive of images from 2007 to 2011 on some old image boards I visit, and it blows my mind to see archived images screeching about drama no one remembers because it's almost 20 years old on some obscure board. And just hearing some of my favorite stuff be called the classics. Oh yeah, that's fair too. When people say, this game is now 20 years old today, feeling old yet? When you can't say that Super Mario is 20 years old because it's like around 30, it's like around 40 just about. If not, I think it's like 40-ish years old, yeah. You remember derp memes? I definitely remember derp memes. I remember derp memes. I remember Irma Gerd. I remember the shark teeth memes, with shark with human teeth memes. I remember Failboat. I don't think too many people remember Failboat too much. It feels weird Halo 3 is almost 20 years old. See? See? Right? It's an interesting feeling, yeah. Time moves on, but it feels like it flows slowly. It's so interesting to think about. Jesus. Yeah. Rafflecopter, I remember that too. Yeah, my owner says Lamau still. Lamau and lol. Like, unironically. It's almost like a tick. It's like Dayo. Yeah, no? It's weird. Huh. Oh. But yeah, I would love to get, I would love for people to interact more. I just gotta find a better time. It's difficult for some reason for me to find a better streaming time. There's just never enough hours in the day, or I never get enough time. I recently, have myself on, I think it's called vtuber. There's, a site that shows various VTubers of different languages and whatnot on there. And I think it shows when certain ones are live or something like that. And, or just if you're looking for someone new. 1954, not too bad this go around. I am old. We're not old, dudes. I'm not gonna say that we're wise per se, but I will say that we have experience. Lamau and lol still exist. It's one of those memes that transcends the time period, or memes that come back, kind of like how Doge came back as cheems and whatnot, or people finally starting to respect Rick Astley instead of getting angry at it. We're classic, yeah, we're classic Vlasic, or at least I guess I'm classic Vlasic, despite not being a pickle or being in one. I forgot about teams, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I apologize for that. But speaking of Doge, now that I think about it, what was the deal with Dogecoin? Dogecoin / Bitcoin? What was the deal with that? Was Bitcoin the first NFT or something? I love teams. Does this mean we're old enough to eat butter pecan ice cream now? Ooh, that's a question. So, that's another question too. The word pecan, right? It's said differently around the world, all over the place, even regionally. We don't talk about Bit Dogecoin. Okay, I won't talk about Bit Dogecoin. But I'm segueing into the word pecan being pronounced 87 different ways, I guess. That's one of those interesting words that's just pronounced differently regionally. State pecan. You do what in the can? That's rather indecent, I'd like to think. I'd like to hope. And I'd like to hope that others think so too. Pecan. Yes, pecan piddle. Oof. Wow. When you say it like that, you make it sound like I'm not home trained. How dare you? Actually, I hadn't heard that word in a long time. Perhaps we are classic. Are we the classics? Back when people would read the newspaper when they go to the can, I guess. Now we have the cell phones. I sound so old and I do apologize. I love the young people. Anyway, so yeah, pecan. Yet when you say butter pecan, it's almost always pecan, right? I'm gonna find some more words to botch. No, don't intentionally botch them. Peas in a can pie. Yeah, that's funny. Peas in a can pie. Giant barbecues. 10-gallon hats. Wonder why that was a thing too. A 10-gallon hat? Was it supposed to be a hat that stored like water? Am I becoming the Seinfeld guy? Pineapple. Something is definitely happening. 5 gallons are all sold out. I guess that's fair. But these days, people go for more of something as opposed to less of something. A good example is when Xbox 360s and Wii U's were being sold. Some had higher GB than others, so people would buy that instead of the lower GB, despite the lower GB being a lower price, because it felt like you were getting a better deal with more GB, right? Or at least I think so. Because I guess back then you would say, I'm never gonna fill up this, and then you just do. You end up filling it up because games end up being too big. It won't be long now before a terabyte of a game will be the norm. But the real question is, why? Why make a game so many terabytes, so many gigabytes? Why are your assets so large? Take that how you will, I guess. I guess you don't ask someone that, huh? It's just fancy for the Xbox circle. But it was like that for the Wii U too, though. Like the white Wii U had less GB than the black Wii U. Oh, I know a thing or two about hats. When my dad had a stint on hat making, it was a butchering of the word galon, which is that hat band you see on sombreros. Oh! 10-gallon hat. Talking about 360. Oh. Well, 360, like I said, I think it did have different GB depending on the color of it, though. So a 10-gallon means it could carry 10 hat bands. Oh, I did not know that either. I'm learning a lot today. Huh. I love learning new things, despite them being old. I guess that's the weird thing. We learn things that are from an older time, but we consider them to be new things because they're new to us. So when you say I'm learning new things, it means that you just didn't know it before. Because usually you learn history, and clearly history is supposed to be a time before you that isn't modern, and you learn about it and it's new to you. Perspective on the words new and old, I guess. It's really fun talking to you guys. I really appreciate you being here. It's a shame that I can't, like, become a full-time streamer. That would be really good, though. That would be really nice. Melon. Gonna see Ghostbusters tomorrow? Can't see it today. I guess that is a more convenient time to watch a movie. Hope you enjoy, though. Bought tickets for tomorrow. The time period of cowboys was weird to begin with, because when you look at the world around then, samurai still existed. In fact, samurai carried Smith and Wesson revolvers. Oh, Smith and Wesson revolvers. Oh, I didn't know that either. That is an interesting thing to think about. Oh. Ah. I need a cherry. Or no, they're doing it on their own. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. Alright, how to deal with this? Doshio Melon. Okay. Got that. Oh. Cherry jump. What is the most recent viral meme as of this moment? Because my owner was being cheeky last week when they made like a short. Yeah, one of the ironclads the Confederacy was building was actually sold to Japan, which actually served majorly in the Battle of Hakodate. Weird time period. Oh, good question. I'll search. Well, if you have to search, that means you don't know of it. My owner was trying to revive the Harlem Shake for no reason. And I thought that was interesting. But I don't understand the Harlem Shake. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get why it was popular. I guess dances in general just become popular, and they don't have to make sense, but they just look funny. Oh, I know! Doshite Melon. Did you know snails have teeth? I did not know snails have teeth. That's definitely news to me. I wouldn't say melon rage, just melon sad. It's how the mulch the plant. Yes, that is indeed a thing. That is a thing. Mulch the plant. Yes. Interesting. That screech probably sounded really bad. And I apologize. I clipped the screech. How dare you? Why would you clip the get wrecked nerd? Oh no, you sound like Pillow. That's right, you guys had like a long conversation on War Thunder that day when I was playing Mystery Dungeon. Pillow loves playing War Thunder. Whether she says she doesn't or not, she's married to the grind, so I don't believe her. Bananas are radioactive. I've seen Steins Gate a long time ago. I'm aware of the banana radioactivity. But you don't see people becoming Banana Man superheroes. They become Spider-Man superhero. Get wrecked, nerd. Now that sounds like something that was said some odd 15 years ago. For sure. Like Call of Duty, Xbox Mike, Insult Your Mother era. Oh. You'd call it Xbox Unalive or something. Okay, it didn't want to go all the way over. That was new. Today I learned. What did you say about my mama? She's very respectable in the community. Melon, if you're a fruit dog thing and you feed through water and photosynthesis, isn't people eating produce kind of like watching someone eat your own species? Like, if I crack open a melon and eat it, that depends, Tissio Spook. Were I to munch on human flesh, would it make you uncomfortable? Nail bite emoji. Very, very, you say. If I were to pick up a piñata bat and maybe swing it at the ankles of humans for fun, would you be a little perturbed by it? Especially on a hot summer's day near the ocean. Or the beach, I guess. Melon. Spook, that sounded vaguely threatening. Best bet, don't eat no melons. I can't stop people from eating what they want to eat. Remember, I'm special. I can't be eaten. I'm not edible. I am to be petted, though. Maybe. Clips the piñata bat threat. What is wrong with you? Is that what you're doing? Are you getting clips out of me? Is that what's happening? Well, clips do make for, like, more views, kind of. But I don't really use social media other than Instagram. And I barely use Instagram. I'm not good at the social media thing. Might be why I'm so, like, such a small streamer in general. I don't really know what to do. I'm just like, I'll start a video and I will go live. Or start a stream and go live. And if people see me, then they'll watch me. But obviously no one's gonna really, I mean, if you're on front page of YouTube, I guess, then that's one way people say, I'll check them out, I guess. Other than that, though, I don't really use social media. At least not the right way. Melon has a dog mind. Very simplistic, instinctual, if you will. Sure. I could say instinctual. I don't know if simplistic, per se. But then again, I haven't reached 3,000 in this game yet, so maybe so. You might be right. The proof is there, I guess. Oh. Nice. Don't forget Melon mentioned once that a Chihuahua was higher up in power scaling. I did say that, didn't I? And you remember that, huh? Well, I did say that. I'm not a fighter, remember? I'm all bark. Well, I'm some bark. Oh. Pineapple. Bork, bork, boy. Bork, 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 bork. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done that. I've only done it, like, in my debut, I guess. Yeah. Won't you believe it? Okay. Oh. He barks people around to do his fighting for him. Like that shady bat he was gonna take out. Oh, like that shady bat he was gonna take out your knees with. I heard that blue bat is a doozy. You wouldn't hit a bat with a bat, would you? Whipped the barn. Wow, I'm getting a lot of clips today. It's oddly scary. But I appreciate it. Because it makes me feel appreciated. I would if she don't crank out more art. Oh, really? You're one of those people? You're a demanding artist? Not artist. A demanding requester, non-commissioner? You better do that art. Or I'll break your knees. Capiche? You guys are making me sound violent today. It's very odd. I'm not a violent melon. Huh. Wait, do bats have knees? If bees have knees, bats have knees. So yes. Yeah. If you have legs, you have knees. I would, you know, they have backwards knees. Chickens have backwards knees. Right? Or bowed legs. I don't know the difference actually. Excuse my lack of knowledge. Oh. Oh. Bro, we all learning today. You're gonna learn today. First time hitting 2,000 today. Melon stem perfecting. For grabbing and checking. It's pretty sturdy. It won't break, so yeah. You could shoot an arrow from it, only upwards maybe, unless you hold me in an odd way or something. I don't know. It's definitely bowed, but it doesn't bow well. Much like this this board at the moment. Ah, 2191. I guess we did decent today. Maybe better than last time. 2 times ago I hit that 29 though. I was so close to 3,000. I will never get that close ever again. Melon's average is getting better. I'm glad so. I will continue playing this game, and I will continue trying to aim for high, even though I can't be one of the greats like the top 3. Isiruku, Yukimai Kura Yaro, and Yuto, and Sosuke, and Bao. Agawayu, what is that? Agawayu Uko. And Hito Factory. That just means person factory. No, I'm wrong. That's not Hito, that's Hino. It's day factory. Hina Factory. Did you know July is National Watermelon Month? I didn't know that. I am in fact allergic to watermelon. It's a good thing I'm not a watermelon. It is kind of interesting that July is National Watermelon Month, because I debuted on the 21st of July, because that's National Kali Day. And the Melon Festival is held in August, on like the second Sunday of every August. Never forget. But it has in fact been an hour of meloning, or suika-ing, I guess. Watermelon. I don't know what I'm saying. As I said before, I do apologize for not doing this on Wednesday last week, but I guess it's better this week because I was able to pick a better time. So, I really appreciate you guys being here. Melon! Yeah. But, mite kurete arigato. Ite kurete arigato. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. This was a very nice experience. It was really nice to be able to talk to you. Definitely less boring as well. Don't leave us. I have to though, Spook. I have to. Yeah, I know. This is why I need to put out either more videos or I just need to stream more. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I still hope you have a wonderful Friday. Everyone have a good Friday on Good Friday. A good Friday. And I'm glad I was able to enlighten your day. I know, I was happy I could make the whole stream. And that makes me happy too. Coffee Melon, go bye-bye. Oh, hello. Hello, Chunguko Melon. Yeah, I'm about to leave. You caught me literally at the tail's end. But I hope you enjoyed the VOD talk because the talk was very interesting. Join me next week, I guess. Or actually, I may do something Sunday, actually. I tend to try to do something on Sundays, so stay tuned for Sunday. I may do something. Maybe. Hopefully. But... yeah. Very interesting. Interesting. Better than the thing. Yes, yes indeed. Melon Sunday. Yeah, Melon Sunday. But I am meloncollieflaur, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. What's Melon? I'm not sure what time, TCO Spook. I'm not sure what time, but you will get the notification through the bell.